When she said it, the words landed like ice on bare skin. "I don't think you deserve sex," Claire murmured, her tone calm, almost clinical, as if she were reading a grocery list. No anger, no guilt, just a verdict. I remember staring at her across the dimly lit living room. The TV flickered between us, casting quick flashes of blue over her face. I waited for a smirk, some hint that she was joking. But there was nothing. She looked at me like someone inspecting a dull piece of glass. We'd been married for 7 years. Not perfect ones, but not miserable either, or so I thought. She used to fall asleep on my chest, laugh at my corny jokes, whisper things that made ordinary nights feel rare. Somewhere along the way, that warmth thinned out, replaced by silence that filled entire rooms. Her new sentence was the final echo of 100 small rejections. "I'm tired. Not tonight. Don't touch me. Ryan, I just showered." And I'd nod, pretending to understand, pretending it didn't matter. But that night, when she said I didn't deserve it, something inside me quietly split. Deserve. The word stung more than the act itself. I spent hours pacing our apartment, listening to her soft humming in the next room. She sounded light, carefree, as if she hadn't just carved me out of her world. By midnight, I sat by the window with a drink, wondering how a man becomes invisible in his own marriage. The next morning, I made coffee for both of us like always. Old habits die hard. She walked into the kitchen in her robe, hair tied loosely, and said thanks without looking up. Her phone buzzed twice. She smiled. At the screen, not at me. That smile was the quiet warning I ignored. For weeks, I tried again. Dinners, compliments, weekend plans. Each time she dismissed me like an appointment she didn't remember scheduling. Eventually, something colder than anger took over. Detachment. I stopped asking, stopped trying to earn anything. One Friday evening, I told her I was going out. "Where?" she asked, finally glancing up. "Just out," I said. "Out where?" "Somewhere I might actually feel wanted." The silence that followed was heavier than any argument we'd ever had. I didn't go far. Just a small bar downtown. Low light, soft music, a place where nobody knew me as half of something broken. I met a woman there, Olivia. Mid-30s, warm eyes, the kind of person who actually listened when you spoke. We talked about everything except our marriages. I didn't cross any lines that night, but I wanted to. For the first time in months, I felt human again. When I got home, Claire was still awake. She was sitting on the couch, arms folded, staring at the door like she'd been rehearsing a script. "You were gone for 4 hours," she said. "Yeah, with who? Does it matter?" She stood up, her voice rising. "It matters if my husband is sneaking around." I almost laughed. "My husband? You remember I exist now?" Her face tightened. She didn't respond. That silence, the one she'd always used to win arguments, didn't work this time. I walked past her, straight to bed, and for once I slept peacefully. The next morning, she tried to act indifferent. Made breakfast, scrolled her phone, hummed again. But I noticed her glancing at me, quick, sharp looks like she was studying a stranger. By the third day, she broke. It was late afternoon. I was at my desk, scrolling through emails when she appeared at the door, her voice softer than it had been in months. "Ryan," she said, "where are you going tonight?" I hadn't decided. "You've been different lately." "Have I?" She hesitated. "Are you seeing someone?" I didn't answer. I just smiled the way she used to when she knew she had power, and that's when it started, the unraveling. The woman who told me I didn't deserve her touch suddenly couldn't stand the idea of me sharing it elsewhere. Over the next few days, Claire's energy changed. The same woman who used to move through our apartment like a ghost now hovered around me with forced cheer. She'd laugh too loud at small jokes, ask if I wanted dinner together, or offer to watch a movie we hadn't finished months ago. It was jarring, like living with someone wearing her face but not her calm indifference. At first I thought it was guilt. Maybe she finally realized how cold she'd become. But guilt fades. This was something else. Desperation. One evening I came home to find her dressed up. Hair curled, makeup done, perfume I hadn't smelled in years. The table was set with candles and my favorite takeout. She looked nervous, hopeful, almost trembling. "Thought we could have a nice night," she said, smiling in a way that seemed rehearsed. I nodded, trying not to give away my confusion. We ate in silence for a bit. Then she reached across the table, touched my hand, and said, "I miss us, Ryan. I know I've been distant. got lost. Her voice cracked halfway through, and for a second I saw the woman I married. Not proud, not guarded, just human. But the timing felt wrong. Where was this softness when I was begging for it? Where was this affection when I still believed it could fix us? I tried for months, Claire, I said quietly. You didn't even notice. She bit her lip. I didn't think you'd actually look for someone else. There it was, the truth. Simple and sour. Not regret for hurting me. Regret for losing control. That night she came to bed early. She lay next to me, closer than she had in months, her hand brushing mine under the sheets. I didn't move away, but I didn't respond either. The tension between us was thick, full of everything unsaid. By morning she was already awake, making coffee, humming again. But this time, it wasn't the careless tune I'd grown used to. It was nervous, uncertain. Every few minutes she'd peek into my study like she was checking if I was still there. Later that week I met Olivia again. It wasn't planned. We ran into each other at the same cafe near my office. She smiled, easy and natural, asked if I wanted to sit for a while. I did. We talked about nothing. Weather, books, old travel stories. But every word felt like oxygen. No judgment, no sharp edges, just peace. When I got home, Claire was waiting. You're late, she said. I didn't realize I had a curfew. She stepped closer, eyes flicking over my shirt like she was searching for evidence. Is it her? I didn't reply. Silence said more than anything could. Her composure cracked. Do you think she'll love you the way I did? I met her gaze. You stopped loving me a long time ago. I'm just returning the favor. She started to cry. Real tears, not the kind you fake for effect. I watched her, unsure whether to feel vindicated or empty. Maybe both. Over the next month, she swung between anger and pleading. She tried seduction, guilt, nostalgia. Every version of herself she thought might pull me back. But once respect breaks, love can't rebuild over the rubble. One evening I packed a small bag. Nothing dramatic, just enough for a few nights away. As I zipped it up, Claire appeared at the doorway. Where are you going? Somewhere I might finally deserve to be wanted, I said. Her eyes softened. Ryan, please, don't throw this away. I paused, looking at her. The woman who once told me I didn't deserve her touch, now begging for it to mean something again. I didn't throw it away, I said. You did. I just stopped standing in the wreckage I left that night. Drove without music. Just the sound of the tires humming under the weight of everything that had died quietly between us. Weeks later, she texted me. I made a mistake. Please come home. I stared at the screen for a long time, then deleted the message. Some things don't need closure, just distance. And as the city lights blurred past my window, I realized something I should have known all along. Sometimes, when someone says you don't deserve them, what they really mean is they no longer deserve you.